one of the things happening nowadays is that, well, you know that we don't only have the usual means of a meme production like Photoshop or other memes, but we also have AI. And AI has become a bit dangerous in many ways. Dangerous in the sense that it's starting to be very hard to distinguish what is real and what is not. I'm going to give you an example right on. But first of all, I wanted to point this out. We're going to be talking about Don Jr. A bit later today when we talk about his interview to Maria Corina Machado. But right now, former Kamala Harris campaign account Fact Post News has posted an AI-generated voice of Donald J. Trump Jr. saying the U.S. should send weapons to Russia. So yeah, they're not sending their best and brightest. This was obviously fake. I haven't watched the video, but let's give it a listen. Let me generate the subtitles. I didn't generate the subtitles for this. We can generate. And while I do this, I could let me see. I could look for the other clip that I wanted to show you. To show you how far has AI gone nowadays. Okay, this is insane in so many ways. Let's see if we are done. All right, so let's play this. This is AI generated. This is artificial. This is a thing that we need to be very wary about. This is a clone voice.
Can't imagine anyone.
Okay, no, this my sound is all off. Amateurish. Apologize. Here we go.
Can't imagine anyone in their right mind picking Ukraine as an ally when Russia is the other option. I mean, just think about it. Massive nuclear power loaded with natural resources everyone needs, literally the biggest country on the planet. And there's Ukraine, which has Chernobyl and some radiation-proof dogs.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Biden administration is like, oh yeah, this is definitely the ally we need. Let's dump all our money into them. Honestly, if anything, the U.S. should have been sending weapons to Russia.
Okay, this is one thing because it looks it absolutely sounds like the real thing. I'm telling you, it is outrageously good. The level of quality that we are noticing. Not only that the AI, of course, clones the voice tone, of course, that is basic, but also the cadence, that the way that the person speaks is like clones everything. Has that you got the parameters, not only the voice tone, but for example, my voice, the way that I speak, the way that my accent, the cadence of my words, the way that I breathe in, the pauses that I take, all that can be cloned, all that can be analyzed, and all that can be synthesized. So you can essentially create a completely digital and artificial version of any person nowadays. And these tools used to have, some kind of it's like safeguards. Safeguards? I don't know, is that the word? To prevent this kind of bad acting, bad stuff. You know that when somebody wants to do this, the kind of things they will find the tools. By this point, it's not that hard to find. I want to show you this other option that
you asked America.
This video. I saw this video, and you know that this is a bit more difficult because we are talking about like a talking head. Okay, I'm gonna make it bigger, just see it much better. This is by this guy Danny Polishuk. And he makes really good AI memes of politics. And I was watching this, and I said, hey, wait a second. This is not only Gavin Newsom's voice. This is also his body language and his facial expressions. And even the body language, some hand gestures go with the face. I don't know how he did it. But Danny is very good. It's very good with his. I'm sharing various of his memes. Look at this. Take a look at this.
You asked America, and I listened. So welcome to the Gavin Newsom podcast. I know no one actually asked for this and they'd prefer I do my actual job instead of whatever the hell this is, but everyone knows I march to the beat of my own drum, which is why when I locked everyone down during COVID, I still went to fancy restaurants that you poor losers couldn't even afford to work at, let alone eat at. I appreciate the poor optics of another podcast hosted by a straight white male, but the world needs this now more than ever. And from what I've read online, most people don't consider me straight or a man anyhow. Have I made mistakes as governor? Not really. Actually, no. I have never made a mistake ever. I guess
okay, this is, I have to say, this part, I think it was when he does the quote unquote.
Be straight or a man anyhow. Have I made mistakes as governor? Not really.
Okay, that's the part that just blew my mind. I've been testing these AI tools, and like just 6 months ago, they were really crude. If you know how to install them locally in your computer, it's much easier to play around with them. But I did even some tests with myself, but they were too crude. And I said, well, this is going to take a while until, they actually nail the body language. Now, I don't know how Danny did this. I don't know if he does. There's something that you can do is that you can literally act in front of a green screen. Okay, you have a green screen and you record yourself, and then you make the your AI avatar, in this case, Gavin Newsom avatar, do whatever you do. That's how you tell your Gavin puppet what to do and at every point. So, and that would be an option. That would be an option. And I'm gonna
actually
keep playing this.
I have never made a mistake ever. I guess banging my campaign manager's wife could be viewed as a mistake, except hypergamy is a very common lifestyle in California. Some people like to say I was asleep at the wheel, which made the LA fire substantially more devastating. But again, I haven't made any mistakes. Also, aren't you amazed how little I'm using my hands while I talk? My aides told me the way I talk makes me look like a complete psychopath. So I'm doing my best to talk like a normal person right now.
I've been watching my videos.
I'm not a psychopath, just a sociopath. Those are two very different things. Oops, I'm doing it again. Old habits die hard. Don't tell that to my new campaign manager.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that you watch the end and you see that Danny jokes, so you follow him.
Or am I?
If you like that, make sure to subscribe and follow for more.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. Follow and subscribe to Danny's perfect content.
Yeah, follow Danny's perfect content. I'm gonna switch swiftly here because it seems that Keir Starmer is arriving. Let's do the quick switch in here. No, this is not B Magazine. I don't want this. This is where are you? I want. Okay, this is one. Seems that Keir Starmer is arriving. I'm gonna play this, and I could just leave this here and make sure that I change this. All right, so we could change to our other feed here, and I got visuals, and I will change immediately if the event itself begins. I'm going to make sure that I don't miss it. Make it a bit bigger here. Okay, so this is one of the risks that you need to be wary of when you stumble upon content online. You have to go to the source. You have to make sure that you go to the original, every single original source for the source material, because that is the only way that you can guarantee. For example, if you watch me saying something that I wouldn't say usually, that's by this point, like somebody with all the information that they have from my videos could make a very good clone of myself. And with this technology, like Danny shown, it's something that I never knew that it was going to be so fast and so good. I mean, maybe it's not that the AI is making everything on the fly or coming up with things on his own, but if you have somebody who knows the mannerisms of Gavin Newsom and you use those mannerisms and you can act and speak in the same cadence, that helps the AI a lot. That's like an impersonation on steroids. I've been working on my impersonations. By the way, my impersonations are gonna be 100% human. Today was practicing with AOC and Bernie Sanders. I have a quite a good ear, musician's ear for voice. So maybe at some point I will tell you, hey, let's just goof around with voices. Maybe on one weekend we can have a good time trying to practice mannerisms. You can watch me practice these impersonations. It would be fun. So we're waiting for Starmer to arrive.